Let's go to Sylvia in Selby. She agrees with you. Go on, Sylvia.
Right, George, you're getting me annoyed now tonight.
Well, I'm ready for you tonight, by the way, so go ahead.
Right, I fully support Damien. Now, I've got this to tell you. I had children, and there were no such thing with thinking I was going to get family allowance. I had children.
Why, when did you have children? 19 and 15? Family allowance has existed since the Second World War. So you've had family allowance.
I had children.
And you had family allowance.
Yes, but I didn't think I was going to get family allowance. I had children. My husband...
You knew you were going to get family allowance. You've got off on the wrong foot with me, Sylvia. You knew you were going to get family allowance. But you see, you're another one of these hypocrites. When you get it, it's fine. It's your right. It's your entitlement. But now that your kids are grown up, you want to pour scorn on other people's kids, poor people, up in Liverpool, up in Selby, who are hard up and are not the reason that this country's in the trouble it's in.
George, can I say something?
I'm waiting for you to say something.
Right, what I want to say is, there's birth control in this country. There's no excuse for young girls to get pregnant.
Well, you got pregnant when you were a young girl. This is just hypocrisy, Sylvia. This kind of tabloid prejudice that I've listened to from you and people like Damien for long enough. And I'm now fighting back. I'm sick and tired of foolish people who, in the teeth of a giant capitalist economic crisis, want to blame it on young girls getting pregnant or unemployed people getting handouts and are described as living a benefits lifestyle. Sylvia, why don't you try and... Yes, you can, but why don't you try and walk in the other person's shoes for a change?
Let me tell you this, George. Now let me speak, George. I want to see a...
Sylvia, there's nobody in this country lets you speak as much as me. Your husband doesn't let you speak as much as me. You're on my show every night. Every single night. So don't start criticising me for not letting you speak.
Right, what I want to say is, I brought 4 children up. They had to work. I know people that make it a lifestyle that they don't want to work.
All right, listen to this. You had 4 children, so you got 4 sets of family allowance. You got 4 sets of primary school and secondary school education free of charge, courtesy of the taxpayer. You had 4 children who could access a national health service free at the point of need, paid for by, amongst others, other people's tax revenues. You enjoyed a welfare state, but you now that your children are grown up, all you can do is heap opprobrium and contempt on other people who get the same things that your family got.
Right, George, I didn't have 4 children thinking I was going to get family allowance.
But you did get it.
My husband worked.
But you did get it. You did get it.
I did get it. I'm not knocking it. But what I'm saying is...
You're knocking girls getting pregnant.
I don't believe in it.
But you got pregnant 4 times.
I don't believe in it. There's no excuse. There's a birth pill.
Well, I mean, I'm not going to get too personal with you, Sylvia. I'm not going to ask how you happen to have 4 children, but you did have them. And by the way, I thank God that you did. I'm in favour of everybody having 4 and 5 children. I want more children in the world. But what I can't accept is Damien, who had 5 children, and Sylvia, who had 4 children, coming on the radio to heap contempt on other people because they've got children.